Mike Tyson was accused of scraping a woman in the early 1990s in a new civil suit filed in January. The suit alleged Tyson violently scraped a woman in the back of a limousine. The suit was filed in Albany County Court after New York law temporarily lifted the statute of limitation on sexual abuse. The woman who filed the suit alleged she met Tyson at a dance club September's in New York in the early 1990s. The woman was with a friend who left to pick up her car. Tyson reportedly told the woman they could pick up her friend in Tyson's limousine. When the woman got in Tyson's limousine, he reportedly began kissing her. The woman reportedly told Tyson to stop. The woman then said Tyson pulled my pants off violently and scraped me, per the suit. The woman said she suffered physical, psychological, and emotional injury after the encounter. She said she experienced guilt, embarrassment, depression, anxiety, and panic attacks as a result of the alleged scrape. The woman filed the suit anonymously due to Tyson's celebrity status. Tyson is a famous celebrity, and I know I will be attacked by the media and all of his friends, the suit reads. Tyson spent 3 years in prison after he was convicted in 1992 of scraping a woman. Tyson was initially sentenced to 6 years in prison, but was released on parole after 3 years. Tyson returned to the ring in 1996 and continued his boxing career. Okay, so my take on this. This is a completely ridiculous and BS accusation. It was BS when he was convicted in 1992, and this is BS now that 31 years later, they are trying to convict him of something that allegedly happened 31 years ago. It's ridiculous for her to say that, oh, I didn't want to say anything in 1991, I believe, even though he was convicted in 1992 by somebody else. You had ample opportunity to do so. You had ample opportunity to make your claim. But you see, what happened is, and this is what happens with a lot of people who squander their youth. Because right now she would have to be, provided that she was 20, she was in her 20s at the time, she likely would be in her 50s now. A lot of people look back from their studio apartment or what have you, and they look at their life and they really regret that they didn't cash in that one chip that they had, which is youth and beauty. After the woman who accused Tyson of scraping in 1992, she received a reward. I think it was $400,000 or something like that. And she said, why not me? At the time. Now, it probably was a moral decision that made her not go down the same path that that woman did, and rightly so for having morals back then. But then you have about 30 years of poverty kick in. You have this new rent increase thing that's kicking in. The price of food is going up. Things is getting tough. This let's just say this post-epidemic era is pretty tough for people, especially if you don't own your own home and things like that. So I can imagine. And she's like, you know something? I am going to do what I need to do in order to get $5 million. And fortunately for her, we live in a country where there's no consequences for falsely accusing somebody of something like this. And because she had a time and place where New York decided to lift the statute of limitation temporarily, she said, okay, this is my opportunity. I am going to you could pretty much say anything. We're talking 32 years ago. You could pretty much say anything. You could have been at home watching TV during that time. He could have been at home watching TV. He might not have even been in the country at that time. A person can make up anything at that point, and she has nothing to lose. Her identity is hidden. Of course, his isn't. So she could make the claim, and the unreasonable doubt that will be in society's mind on if it did or didn't happen will always stain Mike Tyson. However, she will not be harmed by it. She will not be called a liar. She will not be shamed by society. This is just a free $5 million lottery ticket for her at the expense of Mike Tyson. This is GameChanger 00100. Game over. Peace.